Well, a little cruise out into the country, Dale.
Yeehaw!
So, Crookwell 2024. Now, if someone's watching this and they think a bit of deja vu, yes, you have seen this car a couple of weeks ago, and this was the initial footage I did before I was fortunate enough to have a chat to Robert about a couple of his cars he had there, and what a piece of work this is. So this is an original Bathurst car that raced at Bathurst, and it comes out of Goulburn, as you can see on the side there, and the gentleman that owns it now lives in Goulburn, so it's come home.
Hometown.
Yep, and beautifully restored. And if you want to find out all about that car, go back a couple of weeks on the channel, the episode before last, and Robert walks us around the car and tells us about how it come into his possession and how it was put together originally.
Yeah, it's a really good interview, Howard. Really
and
enjoyed
it's funny,
that.
In that interview I talk about the spare tyre, that they had to actually tie them down because they were forced to run them in the boot because they were a factory car, and then they'd have the spare wheel when they raced Bathurst, which I thought was very interesting.
It was good.
So Benny Ambrose's car. So once again it's in that same video, and I managed to twist Ben's arm. He doesn't like the camera too much, but managed to have a chat with him as well about that build, which is a very long build, 25 years in the making, that car, and it's been maturing in the last couple of years since he debuted at the first Summer Nats 2 years ago, and he was telling me he's off to Rocky Nats and Motorex.
Okay, yep.
And then he's going to put some miles on it, which is good to hear and good to see. Number one.
Yes, stunning car. He got lucky on the entry, I heard.
Yeah, so you had to, you couldn't pre-enter.
No.
And he woke up at 5 in the morning or something, thought I might as well go out there, so he was first in line. So that was a bit of value. So there was about, I don't know, 6 or 8 cars in this hall slash tin shed.
Yep.
At the Crookwell Showgrounds, and I managed to get around those cars first, and we're going to go outside and we're going to look at a couple of 100 cars. Okay. And we're also going to look at a lot of motorbikes, which will be really cool as well.
Oh, Dale's heart just
skipped
a beat.
Dale.
Sorry.
So, a Bathurst 327. Now, once again, this is another one where I can't remember the gentleman's name off the top of my head right at the moment, but he's had it 20 odd years, and they've done a very sympathetic restoration, so it's just had a coat of paint. Yep. And then the majority of the parts on the car are original, so it's almost like a survivor car type feel.
It's survived very well because it looks so good.
And I said to him, I said, "You get it out much?" He said, "This is the first time."
Yeah, that was very surprising.
Yeah, it was interesting, wasn't it?
Silver mink.
So I was pleasantly surprised, Dale, to go to a small country show like this and see these cars of this calibre, fairly rare cars. And this particular car was on Facebook a lot, probably about 3 years ago. It was on a car carrier, and it was in an accident, and there was a boat on the rack above it. Oh dear. And the rack collapsed and the boat smashed all the roof and the boot and everything in.
Hence the name Lazarus, back from the dead,
Back from the dead.
Wow.
Very good, Dale.
Right, so I know my history a little bit.
So it once again, Robert managed to purchase the car in the damaged condition and then send it. It originally was a Perth car. Yep. And then it got damaged being delivered to Sydney. Okay. And then he bought it and sent it back to Perth to a guy to actually get the body repaired. Wow. And it was at Motorex 2 years ago. I think, remember we talked about the Delete Stripe car?
Yes, we did.
Well, that was
That's
the one.
right.
We filmed it down there. Yeah, this is a nice little clean...
little LC.
Yeah.
GTR. You're right, the quality of these cars is outstanding for a country show. You don't see something like this every day.
So I'm not sure about where this one comes from, but looks like a very period correct restoration with the little wheels and the old concourse job, I'd say.
Yes, very much so.
It's been a couple of weeks now, Dale. I've got to sort of put my memory cap back on about what I was looking at. Now, there's a story behind this car. This is was resurrected, I guess the right word would be, by Maskells. Okay. Down at Shepparton, and the parents of a young bloke that was killed in a road accident took the car there to get it done, and then they put the word out and got a whole lot of sponsorship and stuff to actually do the car better than what the parents were looking for. And now it is always on display with the signs about, you know, not driving when you're fatigued and all those sorts of things.
Yep.
So that's why it's Luke's PV.
And wasn't that a big scene back in the day, the panel van scene, as you well know, Howard?
I was at I'd been to the biggest show I went to, I reckon, was at Horsham. At Hall's Gap. We used to go to Horsham as well. At Hall's Gap for the Easter Nationals. There was over 400 panel vans.
Wow.
And we were camping back in those days. We had a tent and everything.
A nice one-tonner.
Yep. It's a nice colour, this one. I don't know whether that's a factory colour, but...
WB front end. So would I be correct in assuming that's something to do with the family, with the
yes.
Luke's number plate as well?
Yes, it is.
Yep.
So this was the angry XY that started up when we were doing the interviews in the other one.
Yes, it's not tame.
I always get fascinated, all these cars, I go to these shows, when they all leave, you know, and on this particular case, this is like a timber floor, it's a basketball court.
Yes.
They always seem to get out without tearing the floor up, which surprises me, like all those ones the other day at Melbourne show cars.
Yeah, even on the carpeted area and all that.
Still drive out.
Yep.
Look at that.
There's some CC's going on in there.
Yeah, and a bit of the old laughing gas as well.
Don't need to go to your local dentist.
Nice Falcon hardtop / coupe.
Yeah.
I'll cover all my bases.
A foot in each camp.
Now, tell you what, Dale, there's going to be a lot of these cars around in I reckon in another couple of years, because we just continue to keep selling parts for people to do the rust repairs on these cars.
It's unbelievable.
And some of the people that make the stuff for me keep saying, Howard, how long is this going to last? And I go, I don't know, but they just keep coming. So I think we're going to see a lot more. And I mean, I guess they're a beautiful car.
Yeah.
You know, whether
Great
it's something
shape.
like this that's, you know, done as a nice 302 Fairmont, or whether it's a GT, or whether it's a Mad Max Special.
It doesn't matter. They're all good in all their different guises.
It's a nice combo. That was unusual with the vinyl roof on it. Here we go, Dale.
Yes.
What have we got this time?
So this looks like a HT. Yes, it's a HT.
No help with the number plate.
No, I know about the grill. It's HT grill. So these were the second series. You had HK, HT, HG.
It's like a Chev to me, that one.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice gloss on that paint, Dale.
It's certainly shiny.
Not like this one.
This is it? We call this the patina look. Is it
the patina look?
Yep.
And a lot of it's created patina.
Yes. Like distressed timber.
That's right.
For your
and
car.
There's a lot of talented people around that can do that sort of stuff. Surprise, surprise! It's an LS. Righto, so we've got rows and rows and rows, and there's quite a few people about, and I'm just going to walk past, and if sometimes I'll go in and have a look at a trim or something, but it's really about what grabs my eye. And all of these outside now are all driven to the event.
Yep.
And there was a lot of Canberra cars there.
Okay.
And a few Sydney cars, and a lot of locals from the area.
Certainly a lot of variety.
So they decided to change which way around the cars were here, so I've just had to go the other way now.
Yep.
So a few of these, the Crookwell Car Club itself had a pretty good run of cars. I don't know if that was some of these, but Some were just parked and some had the bonnets up.
Yep.
A lot of early Holden and then a lot of unusual cars, you know, in some cases cars I've never seen.
I'm not even going to try and guess the year of that Chev.
Nicely restored, that one.
Yeah. Good combo. Colours.
So the Canberra Tirana Club were down. I like the way they did these Mustangs. So when the Mustangs first come out, they Tickford come out with that one.
Yep.
And then they also brought out a Moffat,
Okay.
the Mustang, the red Mustang with the stripes as well. Looked really cool. A couple of nice little Mazdas.
Little chook cookers, the old rotisseries.
A twin spinner in suede.
Oh.
My dad had one of them A models. I think that's an A model. She had a T model and an A model.
Yeah, okay.
He had a couple of A models actually. He had a 5-window coupe, businessman's coupe.
Yep.
And a Tudor.
Yes.
This is a 2-door like a wagon.
Yep.
What have we got there, Dale? Another LS?
I think so.
I think I've got the yellow caught my corner of my eye and moved on.
It's an unusual colour too, this one.
It is. It's very unusual. There's a lot of engine happening there.
Mm. BK next to the Cortina.
So cars like the Cortina and then the Fairlane.
Yep.
You just, at most of the shows I go to, you don't see those sort of cars, and they really are genuine club, country club cars that people are enjoying.
Be a lot of those one owner ones, I'd imagine too, Howard, that have been in the family forever.
The Shelby thing happening with the convertible.
Mm-hmm. Good to see a good red motor. The single carb.
What's that? HR?
HD, probably HR. HQ Statesman there.
So they had a few, the services and stuff there, which I didn't get over there and do that. So the police and the fireys and all normally have a bit of a stand. And then these couple of nice Cobras here. I've managed to have a chat to number 98. Brett gives a really good rundown on that car and why he built it and how he built it.
I think you've undersold it. It's better than nice. It's very, very
well, it was
good.
my pick of the show, to be honest.
Yeah, no, it was brilliant.
It's a super nice car. Mm. So those Webers, as I thought they were, they're actually fuel injection out of England.
Yes.
That he was telling us all about.
Good story.
And it's a Queensland-based chassis. So all the aluminium and all of that trendy suspension and stuff, and it's all compliant in Queensland for Rego.
Yep.
So go and check that other video out, and you'll get the big long version of that. It's always difficult when there's so many cars to cover everything and not spend 10 minutes on every car.
Sure.
We'll be here all night, though.
Soon run out of camera.
They stuffed a lot of engine in them, didn't they?
They did for what we're talking mid 60s.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, here's a bit of nostalgia.
Mm.
So early sprint cars. This is the vintage sprint car boys. I think they said they were from Sydney.
Okay. T-bucket on roids.
It's not much of a windscreen, is it? Hey?
No.
A T-bucket on roids, is that what you said?
Yeah, that's what I said, yeah. So is they call them the midgets, were they? The midgets, the smaller?
They ran I think this one we're looking at now might have been, but some of them, and I think I'll spin around in a minute, some of those were like a 4-cylinder, but they were a V8 cut in half type of deal.
Yeah, it was the, not the pony motor, I'll think of the name after. But yeah.
You surprise me, Dale. You always seem to know these things.
Oh, there's a lot of crap in the back of my head somewhere.
So that'd be these ones here, without the wing.
Yep.
A family friend of ours, the Reuters, used to race these at Raleigh Park in Adelaide.
Yep.
They were a very fast little car, and it was a lot about suspension setup.
Great fun to watch. We had the local speedway here in Dapto at Kimber Grange many years ago.
I remember you telling me about that.
And used to love going there as a kid and a young fella, and great fun. Getting sprayed with clay as they come round the bend. Was that a precursor to the airbag, Howard? With the,
I was looking at that.
The cushion on the steering wheel?
I was actually trying to absorb the angle.
Yes.
It was very upright.
Yes.
So there's a fair bit of interest by the crowd in all those cars. And they hung about for most of the day, which was good.
Cage on the back, give him a bump start. Was that the
Yep, push start.
push start? That looks like
When we had the shop in Broken Hill, Rock Solid Automotive.
Yep.
We used the old Ute. We'd put a pad on the front of that.
Okay.
We used to go out to Speedway and push start the cars. Bit of free advertising.
Yeah.
Now I reckon these would be a whole lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
The old clubman type cars.
Yep. Low to the ground and wind in your hair. Sort of running like a modern 4-cylinder or something that looks like
most of them seem to
Honda
be like
VTEC
overhead
and
cam.
all sorts of things. Yeah. Don't see many of those hardtop BMWs around.
So there are a few nice trucks as well.
Oh, some big rigs.
So there's motorbikes as well. Heaps of motorbikes coming up.
Sweet.
And had a live band playing. Had a couple of burnout cars that are doing start-ups, and even a boat.
Wow.
Had a blown boat there as well.
There's no bug splatter on that like my Commodore, Howard. That's looking real good.
And it's funny, Dale, when you stand next to these things, they are so big. Like you see them on the road, and you just go, it's big. But
big.
those, the first couple there, when you stand next to them, they're just so massive. It's incredible.
You can see where there's blind spots in trucks. Because they're huge.
This old girl here was nicely restored.
Is that a Ford or an International? It's a Ford.
I'm pretty sure it's a Ford, that one.
Yeah, I think across the front there. Yep.
That's the Ford.
That'll be it.
That's it.
I'll put my glasses on.
Well, I grabbed the opportunity to talk to Lee. Now, Lee's a committee member up here at Crookwell at the Car Club that run this great show, and I was just saying earlier to someone, I love this show because it's got that real country feel about it.
Yeah, true.
And looking at it, 99% of the cars are driven in.
Yeah, that's true, Howard. You're absolutely right. Most cars are driven in. Some are trailered, of course. The elite cars are trailered, but I would say 99% get driven.
So, and as you can see, there's plenty of them here, and there's all sorts. There's and we've got some old sprint cars and stuff, which is cool.
We've got a vintage sprint car display. Those guys come up from Sydney. They heard about our show and decided, yep, that'll do. Let's come and have a look at that, which is great. I mean, adds to our show. We're happy to have anything different that people can look at that they might not have seen before.
And you've even got a boat.
I
believe that might be yours. Or
that's a local ring in that one.
Because I seen you cleaning it earlier. Mate, I just think it's really cool, and I know that you just did a presentation from last year, so you managed to present quite a decent-sized cheque to local charity.
Yeah, several local charities benefited from the show, Howard. We did, there was around $10,000 donated in total, split up amongst a lot of really good charities. We help a few apprentices out. We run an apprenticeship scheme for guys to buy tools and equipment.
Well, that's good. I mean, in a small town, it's it's important to make sure that we keep growing our industry and having tradespeople to be able to do the work.
Yeah, very much so. We recognise there was a real issue with tradies' wages and then the specialist equipment they've got to buy now.
Yep.
So we helped out 4 apprentices this year and then donated to some schools and Meals on Wheels and other charities, local. Everything's raised local, so we figured we'll give it local. Yeah.
Well, mate, job well done.
Thank you.
Next year, to be on again?
Yeah, on again. Last Saturday in February. Every year is the goal to hold it, and the weather held out for us today, so we'll take it. Yeah, it's been a great turnout.
So I understand as it came about because you used to have it at a pub on the side of the road, and it got so big that you got moved on.
Yeah. We outgrew the venue pretty quickly there, and we got in a bit of strife with some local authorities. So yeah, we had the COVID break, which probably cooled everything off a little bit, thankfully. So yeah, back here at the showground now, and it gives us a lot of room to expand. We've got a lot of space. Yeah,
it's a good show. So if you get the opportunity next year, get down and check it out.
Yeah, come on up. Rollin Chrome at Crookwell.
Thanks, Lee.
Thanks, Howard.
So Dale, could you tell he was a local from the Highlands?
Yeah,
He's got his shorts and t-shirt.
The lack of Parker and
I got the jacket on and the jeans and the whole thing. Now, what about this then? We'd just like to have a GD40 as well.
Why not?
So talk about something for everybody. Unbelievable. Yeah, so Lee does he's a member of the club. He's not El Presidente, but he's sort of tied up heavily with the organising committee, and busy all day because they do merch and all the food and stuff's all done by local charities and things. It's a really good show. I enjoy it. Definitely be going back next year and have another look. I think once the awareness is there, it's not a bad drive. You know, if you're in Canberra, it's it's the hour the other side of Goulburn, so it's only probably an hour or so out of Canberra.
I'd say so.
You know, it's an hour. Well, it was only half an hour, I think, from Goulburn, and it's about 2.5 from us here at Wollongong. So it's not a bad spot.
There's the Stato.
Look at that.
HQ. See many of those Hondas around. Is that a Comet, Howard? Is it?
I think that's what I'm reading on the front.
It's a Mercury.
I was thinking it was
Mercury Comet.
I was thinking it was a Sprint to start with, but it's no, it's a Comet.
EH. I wonder what's hiding under that hood. Something big.
I don't know, but this one's not hiding too much.
You couldn't hide this one.
God, I remember the days when we were at Summernats in the early days. There'd be 3 blowers at the whole event.
Yeah.
Now you go to Crookwell and there's half a dozen blowers at the event. It's crazy.
Nuts. The Valiant. Plenty of Utes. It's got to be country.
Country time.
Country time with the Ute.
Now I remember this Val from last year because I queried about the rocker cover and someone seen me straight to say, yeah, that's correct. That's how they were. I've got to admit that I don't know too much about the Valiants.
No. I'm guessing
Looks like an XR, that one, I think. Yeah. So it's you know, a lot of these cars look like they're just in the parking lot, and that's pretty much the story because they're all drivers. I mean, they're all people's in the car they enjoy in the sport that we all love. So they got the reverse bonnet happening there, Dale. So the hinges were pretty clever, actually. I think I'd go in for a bit of a look.
Yep.
That sort of stuff always intrigues me, that how people manage to achieve that result.
Yes.
Look at the wheel combo on that.
EJ.
The wheels look like they're off
they do.
like a Chev Impala or something like that.
Yep.
Is that an LS before?
It looked like an LS,
up and
yes.
over?
Yes. It wasn't a grey motor that it came out with, that's for sure.
Like that one.
Yeah.
Got the little miniature there as well. Look at them deep dish 13s, eh?
13s, eh? Yep.
That's pretty loud yellow.
It's bright.
It's that little V6.
Yep.
It's good going to all these shows, Dale. I'm
It
learning
is.
more and more about all these cars.
Yeah, good variety.
Unless
That's
you
for
just
sure.
go around and talk to people and not look at the cars.
Something for everybody.
It certainly was.
It'd be a
It's
66,
unusual.
Howard.
It's a 66, very unusual paintwork on the bonnet. Got the double forward thing happening.
There was a
That is,
theme.
that is, mate.
It must be. It might be his cousin.
Not sure of some of these colours now, whether they're wraps, though. A lot of these
Yeah.
bright.
Because that's a satin finish as opposed to a gloss. And the Regal.
I think I was checking out the back wheels on that. There's a fair bit of rubber under
Yeah.
that.
I think they ran like a 318 and a 340cc engine in.
That's
Might
correct.
even been 360 as well, maybe.
Sounds correct, Dale. Very nice Serrano. I like the grey with the polished wheel. Had a good look
Yep.
happening.
The Mini.
The brick.
The brick. Yep.
My sister's first car was a 850 Mini.
Mr. Bean in the window. Yeah, my dad used to race minis. Yeah, so my mother had one, and
I'll up you one because my brother-in-law had a
Yeah.
Cooper S. A red Cooper S when he met my sister. That's why my sister probably ended up with the 850. Now I reckon that car's been around a long time. I sort of recognise the stripes on it. And it had the air horn, so it's probably built in the 80s.
right.
When we did that Cobra, the Venom,
Yep.
had a full set of air horns.
You come back for another look, see?
Yeah, I wonder
Talking
what that's
about air horns.
Yeah, well, that's the coming. I'll check that out. Oh no, I've seen the trim. Check out the trim.
See,
It's got the little
It's got
pom-poms hanging
the
down.
sombrero on the back
Yeah, that's
parcel
right.
shelf.
And then the
Oh,
lacework on the roof.
wow.
There's my darling there, waiting around for me.
Yep. Oh, you're going for a family? You're going to throw the dart at the
Throw the
balloons?
darts,
Is that what you
yeah.
were doing? Or you're heading to the clowns? One or the other.
Lovell's GVM Upgrades offer one of the best suspension upgrade solutions for serious load carrying, towing and off-road adventures. Find the nearest Lovell's store to you at lovellsauto.com.au. So Lovell's are working very hard at getting their new range out, Dale, and I need to get up to Campbelltown and pick up. I've got prototypes for the van, for the
Cool.
shocks
Yep.
for the van to check out and make sure they look the part and
Yep.
let them know what I think. So yeah, they're in the process of doing all that. So lovellsauto.com.au.
Got some good gear.
Now, Paxton chargers or
Pro Charger?
Yep. Yeah. There was a couple there. Don't see that many now. That's all the turbos seem to have
Yeah.
taken over. The mono colour, got the painted bumpers. There you go, there's another one there.
Well, they're pretty good though. They fit in some good spots if you want to keep it under the hood.
Yeah, well, of course we had that. You and I did a bit of work on Arby's thing when that was here.
Yep.
Geez, that's going back now.
War 440, that is
How
going
long
back.
ago is that,
That's,
Dale? That'd
that's
be-
10 plus years
I
out.
reckon, yeah, maybe 12 or
Yep.
more. So that had a big Pro Charger
Oh
on
yeah.
it.
Got a 4-inch intake. It was huge.
Righto, what's that one?
Zephyr,
That is too.
I think.
No,
No. Is it a What does that say?
Tiara.
Tiara?
Wonder I didn't go around the back to try and get another badge to work out, because I knew what was going to happen. We'd do the voiceover and go, oh, what was that one? So that's the third Cortina, I think.
Yeah.
Nice clean F100. Every time I see one of those on Facebook Marketplace or something, I go, ooh, I could have one of them again. You want a good story about a mini mate, though?
I've got some good stories for another day, yeah.
You want to tell one of yours? All right.
We'll save it for another time. Be good.
Big block.
Looks nice and clean and
It's a very
pretty
nice
straight.
orange, isn't it?
Yeah. Nice lines. It's the special.
Actually, I've seen a Facebook post today. It's a really bright orange Camaro that's just been painted in South Australia at Southern Rod and Customs.
Yep.
Classics, whichever the word is, and in South Australia. And it's bright. The brightest orange I've ever seen. There's a Survivor, that one, look at that. That was a factory colour, that.
XC.
XC.
Yep. You see, you're rubbing off on me.
Takes me back.
Those wheels look familiar.
Yeah, they look like the Mustang
They
wheels,
do
don't
look. Similar colour combo.
Yeah, well, straight out of the box.
Yeah, but yours, that didn't have the Coca-Cola centre caps.
The bottom of the Coke can for a centre cap. I love watching these people that, you know, they're there and they're so caught up in the discussion about the car. Like these two guys here, you can just sense the emotion.
Yep.
And the you know, the love of
and
what
the
they're
passion
doing.
that they've had.
Yeah. Look at that.
The old grey motor. Yep.
Yeah, that was
6-volt battery.
Super nice restoration, that one.
The Beetle. Oh, the spats on the back of the...
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah.
It's just all thrown in, eh? It's like when you turn up, just park over there, mate.
Yeah,
You'll be right.
exactly.
Not sure what that is. XR8, is it?
Yeah, it's an
No,
FPV.
it's an early GDP.
GTP, okay, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the rocker cover and stuff, and I'm thinking,
Oh, look, there's the overhead foxtail.
Foxtail, yep. Wonder it hasn't got a water bag as well.
That might be on the back.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, the
Factory
valve.
V8.
5.2. Is that 5? Yeah, so what's that? 318?
It'll be a 318.
318, there you go.
Nice 28 Tudor.
Some work gone into that.
I think.
Oh, the flames. Gotta love the old flame paintwork.
And I don't imagine that's real easy, the white, the yellow, the red.
No.
To get the blend so that it looks alright.
The purple chariot, as they called them.
Hi Charger.
Hey Charger.
Was it Alvin Purple?
Alvin
Purple.
Yeah.
God, we're showing our age now.
Oh, geez. Problem is 90% of the audience will agree with us, Howard.
You're right.
They know.
There's a couple of blokes sitting there, it'd be like, we're going down the show on the weekend? Yeah, well, I'll go down, take the deckies.
Yeah.
Steak sanger or egg and bacon roll.
Yep. Another brick.
They had a bit of show food as well. They had the Dagwood dogs.
Yeah,
and
okay.
Oh, yeah. Twisty fries.
Yeah.
Look at the flares on that, though.
Oh, that's got some big wheels on that. Hey.
I love a set of mini lights.
Is that the drop side? Is that what they call the rear
Step
end?
side.
Step side, that's the one.
Going to the country. Gonna eat a lot of peaches.
You didn't know he was a Blink 182 fan, did you, people? Well, there you go. He's got an earworm. Can't get it out of his head now.
Oh, like might be 20s on that.
It's big. And he's rubbed too hard through the top coat there, Howard.
Yeah. This engine seemed to be a long way back.
It is looking like it's a bit recessed.
I'm wondering whether it's one of those jobs where they put the trucks onto like a HQ chassis.
Right, okay.
So if you get like a Ute chassis,
Yep.
full chassis car,
Okay.
and then they put the late, like say like a 40s or 50s truck body onto the HQ.
We'll have to find the owner next time and interview him.
And have a chat to him and find out exactly right.
The Brocky.
Commodore.
ESP Falcon.
Simmons. Another ESP. I wonder if they're going to be like GTs, where there's now more than there was when they made them.
Possible.
Is that the same car again?
That paint code has come up again. That's
It can't be a third one, is
That's
it?
a trifecta. The other two were Utes. That's a sedan.
Wow.
You got me on this one.
Maybe it was like, I seen that yellow bloody Ute the other day. I wouldn't mind painting mine that colour.
Yep.
It's a bright yellow. He's a local. He's got the shorts and thongs
Yes.
on. I'm all rugged up. Turned out to be a really nice day. It was one of those, cloudy in the morning, and then the sun sort of broke through. And
It's an RB31 Skyline, if I'm not mistaken, Howard. Precursor to the ones that everyone desires, the R32s, the Webbers.
I went straight past that. Yeah.
HZ Prem.
Prem,
That's
yeah.
the Prem.
Very original looking.
One of my good mates' mum had the HZ GTS Monaro, as they actually called it, but it was a 4-door. Like that. That's the speaker from the... They've stolen it from the drive-in.
Left the drive-in with it on.
Cut the cable and off they went. Is it Impala?
Not sure.
I'm going to say it's an Impala. It's good you skipped past it.
That was a HSV because it was on a number plate.
Oh, you're cheating there, Howard. Come on. A side valve. V8.
Flathead. So the valves were in the long block. So the heads were just a flat head for a flathead.
Yeah.
And the actual valves were in the head. They were in the block.
In the block.
Yeah. Very unusual.
There's some chrome going on there.
Now I could take a guess that that's a jail bar grill because it looks like a jail bar.
It sure does.
Yeah, check out this XY coming up. It's like a Survivor.
Yep.
And I'm not going to repair the paint and I'm not going to do anything because it's original. I think it's the one that looks a bit shiny. It might not be the one. No, it's the one. So to see the tower on the driver's side there, it's all horrible looking. Well, the batteries used to leak and blow up and chew all the paint out.
Yep. So that's how we leave it.
We'll just leave it like that. No need to change that. So
that's for the alarm.
The old alarm, yeah.
Yep.
All original trim.
Probably got an 8 stack.
And check out that's real patina.
That's
patina.
real patina. Yeah, patina. It's rubbing it, washing it too
much.
Wash
it too many times. Wash the paint off it.
X4, I think. TE Cortina.
A lot of bling going
Oh,
on here.
they put the sunglasses on here.
I'm just experiencing that at the moment, Dale. I'm just polishing that bloody diff in Boss XC at the moment.
Boss XC, you need glasses on.
There's a lot of really nice original cars there. And I was very pleased to see a lot of Australian flags, Dale.
Yes,
a lot of cars with them on. Yep. And I think there was one flying off the main building and all.
It's the special with the centre console.
Amazing, isn't it?
Hey? It's got all the gear.
It's ahead of its time. There's a lot. I'm looking at a lot of stuff in there that you see done in a lot of the show cars with that styling, with the ribs in the back and the steel console with the stainless steel and stuff on it. Very nice.
I don't see many of the modern ones with the foxtail hanging off the aerial, off the rearview mirror, but
another good resto.
Yep. The Regal.
I feel like I was a little bit quick, Dale, but I know many cars are there. There's a couple there I'm sort of going, I would have liked to see a bit more of that.
Yeah.
The panel van. Now, Webbers or SUs?
They're Webbers.
Set of Webbers.
Yep.
And the alloy rocker cover and all happening.
Nice green. It's different.
Seems to be quite a few cars there that you'd sort of look at it and go, that's probably 10 years ago or 15 years ago, but they're really well looked after and maintained. Like that, the Harlequin paint, that was probably 15 years ago.
Yeah. And to keep it in that condition is
awesome.
Impressive.
The old slant six, they used to go alright.
They had some horsepower, that's for sure.
And my mates had one of them. We also had a valve with the slant six.
There was a local family here that had a UC Tirana hatchback, so the last Tirana hatchback, and they put a 265 Hemi in it. And boy, oh boy, did that thing...
That's an unusual swap, isn't it?
Did that embarrass some vehicles on the road. That thing flew.
I'm sensing a bit of a Valiant vibe here. Yeah, there seems a lot of them.
There was a lot, and there was a lot around Wollongong back in the 80s and 90s. Oh, XJS.
I could see you in that.
HE high efficiency V12.
I wouldn't mind the wheels off it.
Just don't drive it when it's raining because it tends to stop, like most English vehicles. That electrical and water doesn't mix.
Six-wheeler.
Wow.
They used to be a thing too.
Yes. Is that another yellow one, Howard? Oh no, it's the same one. Same one. Like
it's the same one. No,
it's the third. No, it's the third one. It's the third one.
Did I spin it? Because I must have missed something, did I?
Yeah.
Why have I gone back over there? Oh, this guy had the airbags going.
Ah.
That's right. He was showing the kids how the airbags work. And I went, I'll go and get that. Well, a Mustang. I think that's the first one, like a late model one.
Real late model, yeah. Yep.
So that's that limited edition from the movie. God, the mental blank.
So the Eleanor, as they call it. But
No, that's not an Eleanor.
No, but Eleanor was a really early one, wasn't it?
The Eleanor was the
Bullet.
Gone in 60 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
There's too many movies.
That one, you're right. That was the Bullet then.
Yeah.
From the Bullet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Too many car movies.
Exactly. Now I thought this was cool. So you got an X, E, or a D.
Yep.
With a sniper on the 6-cylinder.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So you can buy a manifold for those to put a Holly on them.
Mm-hmm.
And they put the sniper on it. And I thought that was interesting.
That is interesting.
Now, Dale, what's this one?
That's a Mazda.
Eh?
That's a Mazda. I reckon that's one of the
what
first.
What about a 1965 Isuzu?
Oh, the Bellet. Oh, of course. Of course.
I got to film that.
Yeah. I don't know, Jack.
There's a very showy XY. I love the way people do that. They go, oh, there's a camera, I'll just shuffle along. I'll move a bit quicker. Another red Mustang. I used to have one of them.
Yeah.
They ever tell you that?
Yeah.
Nice two-door Falcon.
It is nice, isn't it? Well finished.
Very clean engine bay, and I've obviously gone for a bit of a look in the trim here because it's something that grabbed my attention. That looks very much like Falcon seats, like as in XY seats.
Yeah. Very clean and tidy.
Now that's a Sprint,
Yes.
I reckon. It's got a 6-cylinder in it.
Cool.
Now I've noticed today a lot of the blue leads on these early cars, and it's one of my pet hates.
Yep.
Because they sort of came out in the 80s or 90s as an
Right.
aftermarket. If you went in to buy a new set of leads, the thing was the blue leads.
Mm-hmm.
But none of the original cars ever come out with them.
No.
And I just think they stand out way too much.
It does stand out.
That's a nice red on red, isn't it? I could own that one, Dale, I reckon.
As long as you change the leads.
Just have to change the leads, yeah. Should be black with the
grey.
No, they had like the Ford ones at least in that era. They had like a brownie colour, orangey brown cap that went on the spark plug, and then the black lead with the black on the actual.
I know she talked over the Chev. That's okay.
Was there a Chev there?
Fans, Super Sport.
Sorry, I was looking
that's
away.
Okay. All right, I'll defend you guys. All right, it's all good.
I was distracted by the Effie. There's a lot of that EK, EJ
Yes, there's a lot
brand
of that.
there, wasn't there?
Yep, a couple of Jags. Good pedestrian Impaler as a
I was
bottom.
going to say, that's pretty out there, wasn't it?
Yeah, a couple of nice Tiranas.
Yeah, so this was the Tirana Club.
The big drop tank. The hot wires.
Come prepared with his chains and all.
It's like a Victor Junior.
There's a bit going on under there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Almost look like
Well,
dual carbs, but
it's got Repco on the like a Repco engine out. It's got Repco on the
rocker cover.
on the rocker cover. Looks nice.
You go faster.
An LC GTR. Oh, look, Simmons.
Yeah. They sort of look right on a Tirana though.
Well, they do.
If I had to have a set, they'd be those ones.
I think they do the V5. I think that's the model. Another set of those wheels that look like with the
That's a good
triples,
look, isn't it? The old triples. It's hard to beat that.
bugger to tune, but geez, it looks good. Though it's got to be easier than Triple SUs. I reckon they were pretty
worse, were
hard
they?
to tune. Yeah.
So how do you decipher an A9X, Dale?
Good, don't ask
Good
me.
question.
You're asking the wrong bloke.
That looked a lot like one. That
Yeah.
looked a lot like
Yeah.
when we did Louis' Tirana.
Yep.
We did it as a A9X look-alike, and that looked a lot like that.
Mm.
So I'm thinking that's what that was. That's one of those unusual factory colours. It's like a sandy colour.
Yeah, it's like a chamois colour.
Look at that, the old protection pack.
Yep. So that's an LH with the square headlights, I think.
So when I worked at the dealer, the guy used to pull up in the van and he had all those stick-on moulds, and we'll dress that one up. It doesn't move. They'd stick a set of them on, and then I laugh now. I see people. They go, "Oh, that was dealer fitted." Yeah, because the Chinaman pulled up and stuck them on at the dealer, so they were dealer fitted.
There's another one of those.
48 or something, I reckon.
I wonder what's hiding under the bonnet of that Hilux.
Yeah, it'd be something, wouldn't there?
Because the V6 Commodore motor was a really popular shoehorn into that. They fitted really well, and even a 308 V8.
So if you're waiting for the motorbikes, we're not far off. This is the last run of the main cars. And then there's a whole lot of Harleys and some old motocross bikes and trail bikes and restored ones. Really cool.
There's your triple SUs.
There they are.
With the big fuel bowl. Nice Minor.
The sign writing on these was good. I think I'll go in and get a little bit of footage of it because I was a bit taken by it.
Yep.
Like this. Here we go.
My grandfather had a Morris Minor, but it wasn't a Ute. It was just a...
So that, Rough and Ready Builders.
Yeah.
Pete Ruff and George Reddy. Oh, that was good. The old NRMA truck.
Yeah. That is good.
I don't think I've heard that one before.
No, Rough and Ready. No. EJ. Yeah, you've got to have that two-tone paint on the early Holden.
I must have been running out of the arm, Dale. I didn't go up and over that time. I went around.
So I dare say it's got a stroke 308 in that, 355 cubic inch.
Yeah.
Popular
Another
thing
one
to
tonner.
do. Yep.
I forgot how many cars were there, Dale. It's
There's a
pretty good array
proverbial
of...
shit ton. Yeah, there's a lot. They got some of that Harlequin type of paint on that now, or was it just a reflection?
I got a feeling it's a factory colour, that one. One of those traditional iridescents.
Yeah, it looks good. Now here you go, Howard, a bit of trivia. The SS 4-door HQ only ever came out with a 253.
Is that right?
So there you go. They never made a 308 in an SS. It was a 253 only.
That's outstanding.
So a GTS was a 308, but an SS.
So the SS.
SS was only 253.
That was the Povo pack.
The Povo pack,
Yeah.
right up my alley.
Look at that. We'll just make a bit more horsepower. Oh, cold, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh, I forgot about this. Check out the trim in this.
Wow, where's your sunglasses, Howard? Woo.
He must have liked them EKs.
Yeah.
The yellow. We'll have a bit of that. It's a nice subtle jet, isn't it?
That's why there's a gap, because the other one was a bit bright. Oh, is that a line? Looks like a V6, Howard, is it?
Looks like it, doesn't it?
Looks like an original. Oh, the T's, just a tease, or the Yeski.
Just got to get around it.
It's Galaxy. Ford Galaxy. I'm going to go
I
with.
wouldn't have picked it. It looks like it though. Escort. V-Dub.
Yep.
Well, I was going to say it's the first one. It's not. It's the second one. I think I'll go and look at the back wheels on this. Check out the rubber under the back of this.
God, they're a big car.
Pretty cool trim too.
Oh,
Look at
yeah.
that.
And a two-door.
Big car. And you don't see these very often in Australia. It's a Torino.
Yes, we did see one at Motorex, and it's the first time I've seen one for a long time.
So a lot of similarities.
Similarities, that's the word.
Yeah,
Yep.
similarities to our Falcon hardtop coupe two-door.
Yes. Yes.
That looks like a bit later one though. That one, that's might be a 70 or 71 or something.
Mm-hmm.
So Studio 4 Signs is one of their sponsors. I'll give them a plug. So these were entered, but there must have been some late arrivals. So we're up to 300. Was that 300?
307?
307. So there's 307 entries there.
Wow. Yep. At least. It's a seriously big front wheel.
Yeah, I don't know what they'd ride like with them. It seems to be the going thing. We'll just get a bigger and bigger and bigger front wheel. So there are a few traders there, a few local traders. Had a guy doing the dentless repair.
Okay.
Yeah, doing a few demos and stuff, which was cool. So a couple of early motocrossers. If anyone's got a fuel tank for one of these, this guy's looking for one, obviously. Finish his restoration off.
Yep.
The old TT, they were the go when I was riding bikes. The 500 come out because they're like 370 Suzuki was the biggest, and the next thing they bring out a 500. They're a big, heavy thing they were.
Yep.
Big thumper.
A bit different suspension back in that day, Howard.
And this one is been tricked up. So a motocross bike, but you put the street tyres on it. There's a class for that. I can't think what it's called, but so I had the model before that RX when I was a young bloke. RX XR.
That's all right, Howard. We know you.
It's late though.
Yeah, it's late.
Friday. It's late.
We've had a big
Couple
week.
of trail bikes.
Yamaha.
And this one on the ends for you, Dale.
Oh. It's PW50, is it?
I don't know what it was.
It's way before those were built.
So we're
I thought, lucky it wasn't a Fat Boy. I thought that's what you're going to tell me it was for me.
No, I wouldn't do that to you. KSA 650. They're so loud, most of these bikes, aren't they?
Oh, they certainly are. You've got to appreciate the work they put in on
Yeah, look at the paint
those
on this thing.
the scrolls and
I don't think I've got it in me, Dale. It'd be cool to do a whole car like that.
yes,
Like all them Mexican lowriders and stuff that we film at some of these events.
yeah.
A couple of early ones here, a couple
Early
of Hondas.
Honda, CB or something like that. I think it was.
If you're watching this on your TV at home and you're wondering why we're trying to guess, we're watching it on a screen that's about the size of your tablet.
Yeah, lucky to be as big as a tablet. Yep.
Because it's on the edit suite.
See, that was a CB900. See, I'm halfway there. Shout out to my mate Jeffro. He'd be shaking his head. You got it wrong, Dale. You need me in front of you clearing the crowd, Howard, obviously.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Because I've got the gimbal and stuff, people sort of go, oh, this guy looks like he half knows what he's doing, so I better get out of the way. But sometimes they don't see me and
yeah,
got to try and work my way around.
Oh. It's not really stealthy, but it's certainly black.
Yeah, I think if I had a motorbike, I'd want it shiny and red so everyone can see me coming.
Yeah. Yeah, you take Heather for a spin.
Yeah. Well, my mum and dad went motorbike and sidecar on
their
honeymoon.
Honeymoon, wasn't it?
That's right.
Yeah. Check out the biography for that. There was some
aerial.
good photos in that. The BMW. Every time I see that front sort of fairing, I think of the Mad Max movie.
Yes. Yeah. There's one of them coming up, I think.
Okay.
I'm sure there's one here.
Was it the Toe Cutter or the Knight Rider? One of those two characters. You'd be travelling luxury on that one, right? I
reckon.
Like a lounge chair.
If I was going to have a bike, I'd have to have one of them because I couldn't fall off that. There'd be a lot of these bikes, I reckon, if you dropped it, you wouldn't be able to pick it up.
No, there'd be a few hundred kilos. Oh, look, Howard, there's a boat.
There's a boat. It's Lee's boat.
Certainly a few bikes.
There was a lot of everything, though.
Yeah.
It's a good show, and unfortunately, with the copyright stuff, we can't show too much of it, but it's a band playing, live band, from 10 o'clock, 10 till 5 on the day, and there's a full bar open, and then all, like I said, a lot of locals doing egg and bacon rolls and steak sangers and hot dogs and
something for everyone.
Bluto pups and all that sort of stuff.
Take the family.
I'm sure there was an ice cream van there as well.
I'm sure you found it.
There's the band in the background there.
There you go.
Cranking out a few tunes. There are plenty of awards there, Dale. I don't know if I'd like to be a judge on a day like this. I don't know how you get around and
no, that'd be
find a winner for all the categories. It's one thing I can say I've never done, Dale, is I love my music, but I can't play for nuts.
You're a musician.
Doesn't happen.
You appreciate the good music.
Appreciation, that's it. So winners are grinners.
At least there's plenty of room at the showground, mate. It's good.
It's good. Yeah, they
good
got plenty and good parking and stuff. You can just pull up on the oval and you walk 100 metres.
Yeah.
To get into the event.
Yep.
That's the bar down in there. Oh, I'm glad you put this in. Have a look at this, Dale. So this is the government job.
Yes.
So these have done the 100 mile an hour into the concrete block.
Ooh.
But look how complete the cabins are.
Yeah.
So this one, the dash has had a bit of a gone up.
Yep.
But the seating positions are completely intact. It's
yep.
amazing. And when you see how flat the front of it is, So that's 100 k's, people.
As long as you're wearing your seatbelt, you'll be fine.
Yep.
Relatively speaking.
And this one's a bit the same. So that engine's fairly well back into the car, you'd imagine. But look, the dash and the whole, you know, the footwell and the seating position.
So that's at 60, I think it was. That 100 sign.
Was it?
Is there a 60 sign? And well, it might have been 100 for both, but.
But yeah, it was interesting to spend 10 minutes and have a good look at that.
Yep.
So here's his boat, and I heard him on the microphone. They were interviewing him a bit, and they said, you know, do you race it? He said, oh no, it's what the class is a hot rod boat. It's just like, it's my hot rod.
Yeah. I like the name, Delusional.
Well, apparently everyone, the boat builder and his missus, everyone else kept saying you're delusional.
If the shoe fits.
Yeah. Pretty loud.
The old dog clutch, is it that they call them back in the day? They just
bang
have it on idle and bang it in.
Yeah.
Clunk, off we go. One speed.
So they did start-ups with that, and they did start-ups with these couple of burnout cars as well. I think we might even have a little bit of footage of that, maybe. I don't know how that come out. I was trying.
Was that a Lada Neva at some point in time, maybe? Maybe.
So I pretty much go away and grab all this footage and then let Louise do what she wants with the footage, and that's what we get to see when we do the voiceover. So thanks again for joining us. Another great show. I'm not sure Paul Beck's show is the next one. Hot Rods and Harleys will be the next one that we'll have up. So thanks for being with us, and don't forget to subscribe. Click the like button.
Yep. Leave a comment.
We'll get back to you.
See you next time.
And thanks to Lovells. Bye.